everyone, it's Erica back on the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel, and today we're going to play with Sage Symphony, but we are actually going to be making a 3D box using the box builder stamp set. This is actually a sample because I got my hands on it really early on. However, I don't have the actual packaging for it and I have never used it, so we are going to correct that today. But first we are going to make a big old bunch of succulents, and I'm going to be using my Altenew stamp wheel, and I'm going to be stamping up the images twice because I want a really bountiful box of succulents. So this is an A4, so 8.5 by 11 inches piece of cardstock cut in half. And it is a little bit too big, or both the pieces are a little bit too big for the stamp wheel, so I'm just going to trim them down a tiny bit. And then we are going to absolutely go to town with our anti-static tool. This is the one from the Rabbit Hole design. So we're going to sprinkle and rub-a-dub-a-dub this all over our cardstock. And you can see that I am being very meticulous with this. So, and also because I think the powder is running out, like the clay is running out, so I'm going to have to put a refill in there. But I'm going to do both of the pieces at the same time. So we're going to get them out of the way so it's ready to just stamp and go. But we are going to heat emboss these images, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of ink blending with some distress oxides. Yes, I haven't ink blended with distress oxides to like color images in a while. I have made backgrounds, sure, you know, this and that, but to actually add color to images, I have not done that for a while. So we are going to do that today. So we're going to take this one and done stamp set, and we're going to place it on top of our cardstock, obviously, in our stamp wheel, and then we're going to be using some Wow embossing ink, and we are going to cover this baby. Yes, we are. So we're going to really cover it. And if you think that your ink pad is a little bit dry, re-ink it first. But if you don't have a re-inker, just stamp it up twice and you're good to go. So we're going to sprinkle our opaque, bright white embossing powder on top of this. But first, we're going to slide a sheet of paper under this piece of cardstock so that we don't get our powder going everywhere, because that's a big no-no. So here I have a big old tub of this because I use a lot of it, yes. So we're going to sprinkle this all over our piece of cardstock, and then we are going to use our heat tool and we're going to melt this, and then we're going to have some fun with our ink pads. So we're going to tap off the excess here, and it looks so good when it's just a powder on there. I really kind of wish that you could somehow set the powder but still get that kind of detailed look. That would look so cool. But here we are just gonna melt, and normally I use a cork trivet under my cardstock when I'm heat embossing, but I can't find it at the moment. My craft room is a state of disarray. But yes, I have done both of these. And now we're going to get our ink pads out. So we're going to have some cracked pistachio, some wilted violet, some iced spruce, bundled sage. And I'm also going to be using this blending brush that's got some Uncharted Mariner on it, because it is my favorite color out of all of the Distress Oxides, I think. That one and Salvaged Patina. So this one kind of gives it's a bit of a almost like eucalyptus blue-green. And I was like, you know what, there's just a little bit of ink left on that, so we're going to rub it up a little bit of that. And then we are just going to add color a little bit all over the place with all of these different color inks, and we're going to try to make the succulents look as kind of organic and natural as possible, but you know, with pops of color, of course, because I don't really see succulents with these kind of colors in reality. And my face is popping in a little bit there and there, and my frizzy hair, so sorry about that. But anyway, so we're gonna be adding colors all over the place here. We're gonna try to make sure that every single succulent looks different, so that we have a wide variety of plants to go in our box. And yeah, sorry, the forehead and the frisk going in and out of the screen there, or the shot, is slightly, it's a bit distracting, but we're gonna focus on the colors and the ink blending. Yes. And we will, you know, I was gonna say we'll get past the forehead thing, but I don't know if we will. But anyway, it is a Monday. Of course, things are not gonna go smoothly, so here we are. Anyway, so as you can see here, I am really kind of like mixing and matching all of these colors together. I do feel like these are quite, maybe the violet, the wilted violet, is a little bit too purple, but you know, we're gonna go with it anyway. The other colors really kind of work very, very well together for the succulent, so this I think is gonna be a color combination I'm gonna use again. And here we are finished with the actual ink blending, so now we're going to take these babies and we're gonna take them up a notch. Yes. Now, I know we said, or we, and I know I said in the beginning, we're gonna try to make these look very like natural and organic. And I know that you don't find succulents with gold splatters on them in real life. Maybe I need to go outside and splatter some gold on some of my succulents and, you know, post a photo and say, see, it does happen. No, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I wanted a little bit of extra zhuzh on these. So I am really, really splattering all over the place, because I want these to be very nice and shiny and like sparkly and just fun, basically. Fun is the main thing about it. Now, you might think that I am going way, way, way crazy here, but just bear in mind that a lot of this is going to get cut out when we're using the die cut to cut them out. So I really wanted to make sure that every single one of these had some sparkle on them. And I would say that I'm successful. I was successful. Yes, I was. But while these are drying, we are going to start looking at the box itself. Yes, we are. So we're going to put these aside and going to try not to touch the gold too much, because it does have a tendency of going all over the place. So I have already cut out all of the pieces here. So you can see there's two of the little ones. There's a big one, there's a scalloped one, and all of this. So they all, okay, not all of them, but the ones that are supposed to have a bend in them have like pre-cut, pre-creased pieces. So it's very, very easy to see like which one, where to bend and which one to fold and this and that. So if you want really, really sharp edges, and for this to kind of not be willy-nilly, you can use a bone folder and just, you know, get those folds really nice and sharp. Now, originally I was thinking, oh, we're going to do like a white on white box, and then the succulents are going to be our pops of color. And that was a very solid plan until I did this, and I'm like, it's very white. It's very, very, very white. So I was like, well, you know, I have my splatter box and my watercolors out already. So I splattered some gold on these as well. And I love how it turned out, by the way. So that is not bad. We are going to add these pieces, and the whole thing is going to sparkle. It's going to be brilliant. Trust me. Yes. So this is what I mean now, like with the bone folder. So some of these pieces have got those creases. So just get your bone folder out, or, you know, you can even use like a lid. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use a lid or a ruler or something like that, and just run along that line so you get a really nice and sharp cut. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these pieces and we are going to glue them down, so to kind of assemble our box, because we need it to be assembled before we then put all our beautiful succulents in there. So here we're going to grab a little bit of liquid glue, and we are going to add all of these pieces to where they're supposed to go. And I do really feel like this is the best way to do it, rather than try, you know, assemble the box and then add the pieces on afterwards, because it's just, it gives you so much more kind of leeway and room to work. But you know, I haven't actually tried it the other way, so I can't say for sure, although this was kind of like the intuitive way that I made it. So I want to say that this is going to be the way that it is going to be working best for me anyway. So as you can see, the box is put together, and while that was sped up a little bit, it was only sped up by double. So it's like twice as fast, and it really takes no time at all. Now, while I had my inks out, I was like, you know what? We're gonna add a colorful little hello here. So I did ink blend some more Uncharted Mariner on a scrap piece of paper, and then I splattered that with gold. And I kind of wanted to have a little bit like of an ombre look there. And you can see that I've already cut out the hello with the words in a gray cardstock, and then the shadow, like the middle shadow, in white. And as I was kind of puzzling these together, I felt like if I added them all three together, and you will see what I mean right here, it just, that delicious background just kind of disappeared. So I decided to skip the middle part, and we are going to go directly for the hellos, or the actual letters that say hello. And as I was adding these in the gray cardstock, although they do look very, very lovely, and it's a gorgeous linen textured cardstock, which I really, really love. I felt like it kind of blended in too much. It was just a bit dull. So I thought, you know what, while I have my die cuts out, I will try it in white as well. Because, you know, research, right? We're going to go with the research. And as soon as I put that first H down, I was like, yeah, this is definitely the way it's going to go. Because it just kind of looks so much brighter and like, hello, instead of hello. So we're going to go with the hello, that one. And I don't know why I can't say that properly, or like as a normal person, but hopefully it will add some comedy value to this video. And while I'm gluing the letters down, actually I have nothing right now. We're gonna glue the letters down, and then we're going to assemble the other thing. But I will say though that I did off camera, I die cut all of the succulents out with the die cut, and it's so easy with the one piece die cut. Honestly, yeah, one turn through that through your die cutting machine and you're done. And how cute did that hello turn out? I think it's brilliant. So here are all of our pieces. So all of our succulents, our cute little box. It's all nice and dry. And our little hello. And now we are going to plant our succulent box. And I will speed this process up because, yeah, I kind of went back and forth a little bit, and it was a lot of fiff-faffing here and there. But I really, really love how this turned out, and I will for sure be making more of these succulent boxes. And I have a couple of friends in the village where I live who are very keen gardeners, and I think I'm gonna be making one of these little cards for them because, yeah, they just sweet people. And you know when you find something that really, really kind of, as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, this would be so perfect for them. That's, you know, that's when you know that you really need to just go give them a card. Even if it's just to say, I was thinking of you and I made this card with you in mind. You know, it's just nice, isn't it? And it's nice to be nice. So the world needs more niceness. So yes, I am going to be popping this in their mailbox, and hopefully maybe they will even give me one of their beautiful little succulent plants so I can propagate some myself, because I have a terrible... I don't have a great track record with propagating my succulents. I have a few little successes, but I don't want to let it get to my head. So I'm trying to kind of stay humble and not brag about it, because they haven't survived yet. So we're only like a couple of months in, and I don't want to jump to conclusions and like assume that they're going to survive, because it's still a long way to go until they're like properly established. So anyway, thank you for listening to my little succulent tangent there. And we are almost finished with our little box here, and I was determined to use all of my succulents. So these last two didn't really kind of fit anywhere else, so I thought, you know what, we're gonna stick them like inside, so that if you look inside of the box, you still have something like pretty down there as well, so it's not just kind of like an empty box. I suppose what you could do as well, you can cut out a second one of those like the front pieces and just glue it inside, and stick a few in there as well. But yeah, that is our succulent box all done. I really hope you have enjoyed this video, and that is it from me for today. I will see you very soon again. Bye for now.